All right, it's loud. We've got a ice machine. We've done a deal on this before. It says it's making ice, but you can hear the whole system's not running. But it thinks it is. It goes off on a long harvest. But also, our temperature probes are wackadoo. So these aren't used for controls, but still need to be correct for proper diagnosing what's going on. I actually think you've got a board problem. I think the physical board itself isn't open in the relays when it's supposed to. So I have that, and we're gonna roll with that, but we're also gonna change. You can see here, here's your probes. Here we've got the OEM probes. Comes with the part. And on here it tells you where they're located to chase them down. So T3 is in the evaporator, T3 is in, and then T4 is out. So let me go grab the board. When you replace the board, there's an option to replace the control board on here. We'll walk through that. All right, they come as separate things into the LCD, into the housing. I suggest you replace them both because I've seen these buttons be the problem, and then or just carry both so you can change both and then just change what you need. But in this case, we're changing both. All right, so I went through and I changed it manually. So when you hit control board replace, it asks you if you want to use the USB or manual. And so you just have to tell the new unit exactly what kind of system you have, what's the serial number, what's the model. So we are up and making ice. Shoe fired right up at this point. Our compressor's running and our fan's cycling on and off on the head switch, on the head switch, head pressure. As it should, our water's running. Let's wait and see. We're gonna get to the temp probe next. All right, we're going in from the side here. So I labeled them all. So T4 is coming out of the evaporator, so that's there, and then it gets re-insulated in, and then the hole as well. Let me get this light on. And T3 is here going into the evaporator. So I've labeled this end and the other end. We're gonna get it insulated, and then I'm gonna unhook T4 on the computer side, run that one in before I do 3, just to make absolute certain I don't cross my lines. All right, so I have T4 disconnected, so it's ambient. It says it's 172. So now let's take a guess which one is T4. Top one or bottom? If they labeled them, which they did, that's more better. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead and do T3. And the reason this is actually important, it's not part of the control system, but the reason it's important is that I need to see what temperature, when the reversing valve reverses, this is supposed to hit a certain temperature of hot gas going into the evaporator to break it loose. And I need to see if that's happening. So I need accurate temperature control. Then I can call tech support, work through the key. All right, baby, let's go. Why is the timer still running? Anybody know? That's gonna be a tech support question. Why is the master timer still running? All right, we went from pre-chill to freeze. Our water started running, we hit our freeze cycle. All right, well, we're inlet 18 degrees, outlet 32. I like that. So I grabbed the gauges to hook up, but she finally got there. I'm not gonna hook up gauges because I don't want to, this system so far should be pure. I don't want to go monkeying with it. Create a problem with the refrigerant where there ain't one. So, the hard Service just kicked in. So now what we should see, and I heard the valve switch, what we should see is a temperature jump into the evaporator. I can call Manitowoc to find out what the target, but I feel like it goes up to like 65 or 70 is the target from a temperature. I know there's a pressure, but I'm not hooked up to see. So yeah, our reversing valve is definitely working. We're pumping hot gas in. Let's see what we get up to. So we made ice. She recognized the ice. Obviously the machine needs a cleaning, but I was trying to get function here. I know the water system is clean. So. Alright, well she just dropped, recognized the drop, and then fired up. So let's let it run for a little while, see what it does. In about 2.5 hours, almost 3.